army woman might live in peace with you, Jack. But never you give her the chance to try. Marry some sweet little thing, if you can. If not, don't marry any. Ah, we have the maid to suit you, my lad, in this old town of Dulverton." "Have you so, sir? But perhaps the maid might have no desire to suit me." "That you may take my word she has. The colour of this wine will prove it. The little sly hussy has been to the cobwebbed arch of the cellar, where she has no right to go, for any one under a magistrate. However, I am glad to see it, and we will not spare it, John. After my time, somebody, whoever marries little Ruth, will find some rare wines there, I trow, and perhaps not know the difference." Thinking of this, the old man sighed, and expected me to sigh after him. But a sigh is not, like a yawn, infectious, and we are all more prone to be sent to sleep than to sorrow by one another. Not but what a sigh sometimes may make us think of sighing. "Well, sir," cried I, in my sprightliest manner, which rouses up most people, "here's to your health and dear little Ruth's, and may you live to knock off the cobwebs from every bottle in under the arch. Uncle Reuben, your life and health, sir?" With that I took my glass thoughtfully, for it was wondrous good, and Uncle Ben was pleased to see me dwelling pleasantly on the subject with parenthesis and self-commune and oral judgment unpronounced, though smacking of fine decision. Curia vult advisari, as the lawyers say, which means, let us have another glass, and then we can think about it. "Come now, John," said Uncle Ben, laying his wrinkled hand on my knee, when he saw that none could heed us. "I know that you have a sneaking fondness for my grandchild Ruth. Don't interrupt me now. You have, and to deny it will only provoke me." "I do like Ruth, sir," I said boldly, for fear of misunderstanding. "But I do not love her." "Very well, that makes no difference. Liking may very soon be loving, as some people call it, when the maid has money to help her." "But if there be, as there is in my case—" "Once for all, John, not a word. I do not attempt to lead you into any engagement with little Ruth; neither will I blame you, though I may be disappointed, if no such engagement should ever be. But whether you will have my grandchild, or whether you will not, and such a chance is rarely offered to a fellow of your standing," Uncle Ben despised all farmers, "in any case I have at least resolved to let you know my secret, and for two good reasons. The first is that it wears me out to dwell upon it all alone, and the second is that I can trust you to fulfill a promise. Moreover, you are my next of kin, except among the womankind, and you are just the man I want to help me in my enterprise." "And I will help you, sir," I answered, fearing some conspiracy, "in anything that is true and loyal and according to the laws of the realm." "Ha, ha!" cried the old man, laughing until his eyes ran over, and spreading out his skinny hands upon his shining breeches. "Thou hast gone the same fool's track as the rest, even as Spy Stickles went, and all his precious troopers. Landing of arms at Glenthorne and Lynmouth, wagons escorted across the moor, sounds of metal and booming noises. Ah, but we managed it cleverly, to cheat even those so near us. Disaffection at Taunton, signs of insurrection at Dulverton, revolutionary tanner at Dunster. We set it all abroad right well, and not even you to suspect our work, though we thought at one time that you watched us. Now who, do you suppose, is at the bottom of all this Exmoor insurgency, all this Western rebellion? Not that I say there is none, mind, but who is at the bottom of it?" "Either Mother Melldrum," said I, being now a little angry, "or else old Nick himself." "Nay, old Uncle Reuben." Saying this, Master Huckaback cast back his coat, and stood up, and made the most of himself. "Well," cried I, being now quite come to the limits of my intellect, "then after all Captain Stickles was right in calling you a rebel, sir." "Of course he was. Could so keen a man be wrong about an old fool like me? But come and see our rebellion, John. I will trust you now with everything. I will take no oath from you, only your word to keep silence, and most of all from your mother." "I will give you my word," I said, although liking not such pledges, which make a man think before he speaks in ordinary company, against his usual practices. However, I was now so curious, that I thought of nothing else, and scarcely could believe at all that Uncle Ben was quite right in his head. "Take another glass of wine, my son," he cried with a cheerful countenance, which made him look more than 10 years younger. "You shall come into partnership with me. Your strength will save us 2 horses, and we always fear the horse work. Come and see our rebellion, my boy. You are a made man from to night." "But where am I to come and see it? Where am I to find it, sir?" "Meet me," he answered, yet closing his hands, and wrinkling with doubt his forehead. "Come alone, of course. And meet me at the Wizard's Slough, at 10 to-morrow morning." End of Chapter 57. Recording by Michelle Harris.